We all know wrestling is staged. No, you're not supposed to hit your opponent or break their ankles in a submission. There's a reason it's not in slow motion. But don't get that confused. These guys are tough as nails, and you've got to earn respect in this business. Only the strong survive in the wrestling world. So when some kid comes from the MTV reality show The Real World, The Miz, everyone thought it would be a joke, so he had a lot of respect to gain. So The Miz started off on The Real World and got his big break for WWE Tough Enough. And people thought it was just another way he was trying to get famous. Now, he did lose the Tough Enough competition to Daniel Puder, but don't you dare count him out yet. Even after losing, he still had some light left in him. So he went to OVW, that's NXT nowadays, and he actually had some success there, winning championships. So maybe this wrestling thing really is his dream. They called him up to the main roster to be the host of the Diva Search competition, and he fumbled under the pressure.
You have to vote. Go to WWE, dial 86946 and vote for your favorite Diva Search contestant and text message your favorite Diva Search girl and do her name. So now let's bring out the Divas.
Ouch. Hard to believe that The Miz, who is one of the best on the mics, fumbled like that. But everybody has to start off somewhere. Over the next couple of months, he actually was undefeated. But then a very dark time would happen for The Miz. See? Apparently he got crumbs all over another wrestler's bag in the locker room. He states that this never happened, but he even apologized for it. Now, The Miz never named off the wrestler, but the sources tell us we know who it is. He was kicked out of the locker room for 7 months. He had to change wherever he could. Any normal person would have quit being mistreated like this. But The Miz continued on. He eventually fought The Undertaker on SmackDown. The Miz explained how he wasn't one of the boys at this time. He was an outcast, but he proved himself against a veteran like The Undertaker. So after the match, The Miz asked The Undertaker if he can go back into the locker room. And The Miz gained his respect and he was allowed back in. This would light the biggest fire under The Miz's ass. The random ass kid from the reality TV show is no more. This man is going to prove that he is a WWE superstar. Shortly after this, he would become a tag team with John Morrison and win tag team gold multiple times. And then he would win the United States Championship while carrying both tag team titles. This man was a triple champion. This wasn't enough for The Miz though. He was still hungry. He would go on to win the Money in the Bank, and he would earn a one-way ticket to the gold. Now he just has to wait and be patient and strike when it's time. The champion, Randy Orton, and Wade Barrett would go toe-to-toe, and The Miz would be watching from the back. And after the match, The Miz would cash in against Randy Orton, and the rest is history.
Hook to the leg! He did it! He did it! Miz is champion! I cannot believe it! Champion!
The Miz became the WWE champion. This man has finally proved himself to carry the most prestigious title in wrestling. And then he would one-up himself yet again and main event WrestleMania 27 against John Cena. The kid that started from a reality TV show that everyone thought was a joke, Mike The Miz, is not just a WWE superstar. This man is a champion. From being kicked out of the locker room for something he didn't do, to being a well-respected superstar, champion, and main eventer. He would also go into the record books by winning the Intercontinental Championship and becoming a Grand Slam champion. And The Miz would make this championship shine. He just looks amazing with any title around his waist. He would go on to have a match of the year with Dolph Ziggler. This was a career versus championship match, and Dolph Ziggler would come out on top. But both these men deserve a standing ovation for the thing they did in that ring. He would also go on to feud with Daniel Bryan and Shane McMahon, and the Shane McMahon match would lead up to a WrestleMania Classic. Some people even argue that this match stole the night at WrestleMania. Even The Miz's father would get involved trying to stop Shane McMahon from hurting his son. It was a Falls Count Anywhere match, and these men would use the whole arena as their playground. They eventually got on top of the scaffolding where we would see a dark side of The Miz. Something about seeing a blood-hungry Miz really hyped us fans up, and he would suplex Shane McMahon off the top of it. Oh, did I mention that these guys were also tag team partners once? The Miz would once again win the Money in the Bank during the COVID era, and he would wait in the shadows until he can cash it in. I mean, this man was just unstoppable. And for some reason, that briefcase did look amazing on him. He would eventually cash it in on Drew McIntyre and make history yet again. No, not only by becoming another WWE champion, but he would actually be the first ever superstar to be a two-time Grand Slam champion. Nobody can ever take this away from him. You can put this man in a comedy team like when he was with Mizdow, his stunt double, and they really dropped the ball with Mizdow. Or a comedy like The Awesome Truth, or even the comedy tag team with John Morrison. This man will shine in tag team or solo. He has come a long way in his career. he has proved himself to be a future WWE Hall of Famer, and don't ever forget that he is The Miz, and he's